Because both of my parents were busy when I was a little boy, I grew up under my grandparents' caring. And as an naughty boy, I was curious about everything surrounding me, and I always enjoyed things that I'm interested in. And probably these are why my grandparents, especially my grandpa, were strict to me. Well, speaking of my grandpa, I did not like him at all at the very beginning. He forced me to learn English since I was 5 years old. And he taught me so many English words that I could barely memorize them. And every time I asked him, like, Grandpa, can I go out and play with them? And he was like, no, you can't. And I hated him so much at that time. But everything changed after that day. On my family dinner, all of my relatives got drunk, including my grandpa, and he cried. He told me a lot of stories about himself, and he told me that he was the CEO of a foreign trade company, and I was shocked. He told me how eager he wants me to be successful in the future, and he also told me that the red birthmark on my waist represents power and luck. And after that, I just felt so much pressure. I kept asking myself, will I be a person like my grandfather in the future? Well, if I can't, how disappointed it will be. And after that, I kept pushing myself to learn things as much as possible. And to be honest, it is tough. It's terrible for a 7-year-old boy studying 12 hours per day. But every time I think about my grandpa, he always gave me motivations to keep pursuing my dream, my family's dream. Sometimes we're not living for ourselves, but also for the people who we love and love us. Sometimes we're not fighting for ourselves, but also for the world, including our families and friends. We have to be responsible for the world, or at least for our families who raise us up and support us. We may not be able to change the world to be a better place, but we have to be able to change our homes to be more comfortable places. And probably these are the reasons why I've been pushing myself since I was 7. And finally, the birthmark on my waist will disappear after my death. But the spirit of my family will go on, and I will tell my kids how proud I am to be able to have the spirit and pass it on. And this is my origin.